Folks, Brian here. Before I get into my next RPG a day, I need to apologize. In my video yesterday, I was talking about a little bit about statistics and the bell curve and 50% chance of getting a 10 or 11. That's not correct, as was pointed out to me by my buddy Ed. It's actually 25% for a 10 or 11, 12 and a half each kind of thing. And it's still 50% from 10 and below is a constant. That's true. But still, it's that curve, there's that sweet spot that you're generally going to be able to do anything you can do because everything kind of converges there. So when you get to the outliers, that become even more harder to do. So you get more spectacular results. Well, enough of that. RPG Day 2018, day number 22. Which non-dice system? I always forget those last couple words. Appeals to you? Honestly, none. I am a dice guy. Excuse me. I've seen some stuff about cards. I saw some third-party stuff about when critical hits, you pull a critical hit card and it gives you kind of stuff to do. It joins an awful lot of Rollmaster. And while I haven't actually played Prince Valiant, I was looking at the rules at one time, and it uses coins. You flip so many coins based upon something, and you get so many heads in order to be successful, and it's one of those things. But that almost sounds like the dice pool from Fantasy Flight Games Star Wars, where you get all the odd and even numbers, they have their own special dice. Or is it somebody else's game? One of those dice pool things where it's odd or even, is a success or a failure. Well, pennies, same way, right? The real short one here, not my thing. One piece of information, back to dice, and yesterday, I was thinking about this 50% deal, is there is a mechanic in the fantasy trip where you're dealing with what they call nuisance creatures, packs of rats, whatever a bunch of spiders is called, flocks of piranhakeets, flitters of bats, all that kind of thing, where you get these little creatures, a bunch of them all over you kind of thing, right? And they do like 1 or 2 points of damage each. But since you got so many of them, you don't want to roll 3 dice for every single one, so you just roll 1 die for each of them. So if there's 25 bats, you roll 26-sided dice. Anything that's a 1, 2, or 3 is a hit. And you take that many points of damage, arm protects, and then you take damage and that kind of thing. It reminds me of a game we played when I was trying to introduce it to some of my players. A buddy of mine, Grant, was interested in the fantasy trip, and so we played some scenarios with my son and some other folks. And there was just one point in the they were investigating an abandoned castle in this knight's forest. One of his rangers had come across it, and so he had sent some folks to investigate. Well, in one of the upper rooms, he opens up this door. It's just a closet kind of thing, but there is a flock of piranhakeets in there. Got this swarm on him. Piranhakeets attack! And I roll these dice out there. He slams the door shut, took a bunch of damage, but it was fun. C'est la vie. Anyway, happy gaming. Dice mechanics or non-dice mechanics? What's your story?